Teslas have depreciated so much, they've become an absolute no-brainer. This is a 2022 Model 3. It's got clean title, no accidents, nothing like that. Super great battery score. This has a 92% battery score, and it's only $12,995. It's become a no-brainer for the safety, the autopilot, the tech inside. All of our customers are coming in, flooding to get their son or daughter their first-time car, a Tesla, because of the safety and the price. They don't have to worry about oil changes, no maintenance other than tires and suspension every once in a while.
$13,000 is not the worst price for a used vehicle, but my guarantee is this car probably has at least 200,000 miles. The battery, even though they say it's 92%, I'm sure it's probably on its last leg. And lastly, nobody truly wants to buy a Tesla right now, although the gas prices are through the roof. The car market is going through so many insane things right now as we speak. I mean, we can talk about prices. We can talk about EV demand that is going through the ground. And you also have people that are deciding to just lengthen out the cars that they have, right? They're repairing them and trying to, stick on them as long as they can, right? Because it is just so expensive to buy a car in today's markets. And yes, while we see some of the new announcements, surveillance and vehicles and all these different things, there are massive things that are coming to this car market right now. It's insane, but let's check out this perspective right here, guys.
So everybody's talking about the car market crashing, but here's the real question. How many cars are already supposed to be repossessed, but the banks are just slow walking it? Repossessions hit 1.73 million in 2024. That's the highest since 2009. And some projections say repos could push towards 3 million if delinquency trends keep moving. Subprime borrowers are getting crushed, with serious delinquencies hitting multiple decade highs, according to the Wall Street Journal. But here's where it gets interesting. Are people not paying? Yes, but are lenders also modifying loans, extending payments, and delaying repos? Because dumping millions of cars into auction lanes could crush these car values. That's the part that nobody wants to say out loud. Because if the banks grab every car that minute it goes bad, they don't just hurt the consumer, they hurt their own collateral. So is this a repo crisis or a controlled burn? And if 2 to 3 million vehicles hit the market, what happens to used car pricing, trade values, and dealer inventory sitting that's overpriced? Well, drop your opinion. Are the banks protecting the consumer or protecting the market?
Yeah, they were protecting themselves, guys. I don't think they care about the consumer or the market. Yes, they do care, but overall, every single bank is going to go through its own experience. And when we talk about the 8th month of consecutive year-over-year declines in the car market. So, it's not even about any of it. It's protecting themselves and making sure that they don't lose any money. But when you talk about these cars, they're just not selling. Let's check this one out, guys.
Once upon a time, during COVID times, these Broncos would absolutely fly off the shelves. $10,000, $20,000 over sticker was very common, but now it seems like dealerships can't move these because look at this lineup here. Woo. We got a Raptor over there too, just sitting. These things have been sitting for months. I don't know, it's not looking good for Ford, guys. What do y'all think?
Yeah, and I remember those times during the pandemic where these cars you couldn't even find one because of the chip shortages and all these other, demands on it. But now dealerships can't sell them. And y'all let me know in the comment section below, why do you think they can't sell this car right here? My guess is it's probably just way too expensive. That's the reality. And it's also Priuses as well, guys. Let's check this out.
We have almost 30 Priuses on the lot that we cannot sell. Does anybody out there know why we can't sell any of these Priuses? Let me know down in the comments and follow Wheelman Windsor.
30 Priuses is insane. And I'm curious as to what the price of this car is. I was trying to pause on the window sticker to see the price. But yes, people are just tired of the car buying experience. People are tired of the cost of cars. People are tired of, going to these dealerships and seeing these massive markups on these vehicles. Or just talk about the experience of purchasing a vehicle, which takes all day long. But anyways, here's another perspective of what is going on right now within the job market. This is one that's more recent though. They're talking about the Memorial Day sales, guys. Let's check this out.
Our dealers are in desperation mode this Memorial Day. There's so many cars and trucks they can't sell. There are currently 161,000 unsold leftover 2025 new cars on dealer lots right now. There's one brand in particular that's screwed, and that would be Ford. Ford has 62,000 unsold 2025 new cars right now. Next closest would be Chevrolet. And the issue at Ford is primarily with the Bronco Sport. There are 14,491 leftover unsold 2025 new Bronco Sports sitting on dealer lots right now. Dealers are pretty desperate to get rid of these cars. You can see this one, a 2025 Bronco Sport freewheeling. $5,600 is the dealer discount before you even negotiate. This dealer's had it for 392 days. They are desperate to get rid of it. And this dealer in particular has pages on pages pages of vehicles for sale that are left over from last year. And if I go to my handy dandy map view, I can see that the entire country is a buyer's market right now for Ford Bronco Sports. If I zoom into Ohio here, wait for it. In Ohio, these dealers are super desperate. Look at this bubble in Columbus. Let me zoom in. This one dealer in Columbus, Ohio, has 69 leftover 2025 Broncos Sports that have been sitting there for 254, 304, 331 days. When you start to look at the data like that, it becomes really clear why dealers are desperate right now. Unsold leftover new cars disproportionately over at Ford, but also Chevrolet and Jeep as well, mean that dealers need to get rid of this inventory and fast. It's Memorial Day 2026. Dealers shouldn't even have 2025 vehicles still on their lots, and Ford has over 60,000 of them. Use this information to your advantage when you contact a dealer, especially if you're thinking about buying any Ford product. Make sure it's been sitting for a while, and then go in with all that extra leverage and negotiation power. Oh, and if that vehicle has been sitting for a long time, it might even be worth getting a pre-purchase inspection. Typically, those are only advisable for used cars, but if a vehicle's been sitting for over a year on a dealer's lot, it's worth getting a separate set of eyes on it before you purchase it. Go to caredge.com.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing about these cars right here, guys. Like with them sitting for over a year, there may be many different reasons why it's selling, to be honest with you, because, you know, they could have just got the last set of deliveries at that lot with 68. I don't know, 68 sounds like a very bizarre number of Broncos, but who knows why that one dealer has 60. 68 is a massive number. What is going on? I don't know. Y'all know these dealerships are drowning in these cars right now as we speak, and I'm not making this video to say that nobody's buying the cars, because on the subset, you know, people are still buying cars in today's economy. Like, you gotta, you know, look at it with an objective lens as a whole, but it's just a very interesting topic that I just wanted to have commentary around. And these are some of the things that are going on right now in today's car market. I honestly think it's gonna get worse, but I hope it gets better, let's be honest. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comment section below.
So what I'm gonna give you is real-time data of the deals that we're seeing here at Delivered, so you know what to look out for and what to ask for when you're negotiating your next car. We are going to move quick, but if you're getting a Toyota Corolla Cross or a Toyota Corolla, you are looking at 7 to 11% off MSRP. If you're looking at the hybrid edition on the West Coast, these are a little bit harder to get. Some dealerships might try to charge above MSRP. Open up your options, you'll get better deals. If you're looking for a Grand Highlander or a Highlander, understand that you need to open up your availability to get the best deals. I am seeing $2,000 to $4,000 off, but you need to be open to colors and options if you are going for those crazier discounts. If you're being a little bit more particular, $2,000 is what you should aim for, and that is for gas or hybrid. 4Runner market has taken a little bit of a dip. I'm seeing $3,000 to $5,000 when typically I'm seeing up to $6,000 off that, so just to know. Basically, every TRD Pro in the lineup should be at MSRP unless you are looking at a Toyota Tundra, then you can get $4,000 to $6,000 off. Let's talk about the RAV4 market right now because I think it deserves its own segment. First off, the RAV4 right now isn't everybody's buying them. There's just a low availability. Toyota isn't making nearly as much. Typically, I'm seeing discounts up to $3,000 off, but in the current market, probably up till Q3, getting $1,000 off to $2,000 off is going to be considered a huge win. If you are looking for a RAV4 right now, you might have to open up your options or be willing to accept some PIOs. That's just the world we're in right now. Again, that is not because every person is buying them. That is just because inventory is tight. If you're willing to be flexible with your timeline, I'm telling you, there'll be a deal. Or if you just open up your radius, you look nationwide, you'll probably find the car. If you're trying to look in your backyard, you're going to struggle. Land Cruiser, I'm seeing $4,000 to $6,000 off. The Sequoia, I'm seeing $4,000 to $6,000 off. These markets are getting better. Crown Signia still is the best deal in the lineup, in my opinion. You can get up to 14% off on these, which is just... If you're looking for a BZ, front-wheel drive up to $4,000, all-wheel drive $2,000 to $3,000 plus rebates. Prius, $2,000 to $4,000 off. Unless you're looking for a plug-in, then it's $1,000 to $2,000. If you're looking for a Toyota Camry, these deals are just crazy. You can get $3,000 to $6,000 off. Again, some of these are regional, so understand you can't get everything. When it comes down to an all-wheel drive, that's going to be on a smaller discount than the front-wheel drives. GR86, $2,000 to $3,000 off. This Sienna market is just getting better to better, $1,000 to $3,000 off. And again, it just depends on availability. The more open you are on any of these cars, the bigger discount you can get. If you're very particular and you only want one trim, one color, one option, go on the lower end of the discount scale. Always aim for the limit, but understand that sometimes it's just not available. If you're just looking for a great deal, by all means buy a Tacoma, because I'm seeing $4,000 to $7,000 off these basically on every single trim minus the TRD Pro. $2,000 to $4,000 is a good deal on that one. And if you're looking for a Toyota Tundra, deals incredible. 7 to 12% off. That is all the Toyotas. If you want to see other brands, let me know.